Yo, what's good, y'all, bro? What is good, y'all? We're back with another video, and we're back with maybe... Now, we're back with the end of the year awards. We're back with the end of the year awards. I was going to say we're back with the last video of the year, but I think if I do Saturday night's main event, then that will obviously be the last video of the year. But this is going to be the last regular video of the year, man. What a year for WWE, bro. This year, last year was the greatest year for WWE. Then this year just topped last year. I mean, bro. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, come on. You mean all this stuff happened all in 1 year? We got John Cena announcing his retirement. We got WrestleMania 40. We got. Come on, man. We got CM Punk first year back, cooking it up. We had Crash Out Night Raw almost every single week, bro. Like, dude. Yeah, man, dude. I don't know what to say, bro. The WWE this year has been phenomenal, bro. It's been phenomenal, man. The greatest year, possibly the greatest year of all time. And next year on Netflix, it could possibly accelerate this year. But we're gonna go ahead and give out the awards for this year, since almost all the PLEs. I mean, I know I got Saturday night's main event, but I don't really see that really as a PLE, bro. I don't really see that as a PLE. I see that as a glorified house show. Even more glorified than Crown Jewel, low-key. But they are going to be stacking Saturday night's main event. So I will be doing my PLE reactions. But we're done with our regular PLEs of the year, man. Great PLEs of the year this year. And we're going to go over it. We got a bunch of categories. We got... I think I have a piece of paper somewhere. Hold on. Yeah, right here. We have, the end of the awards. The categories are Match of the Year, Most Improved Superstar, NXT Superstar, PLE of the Year, Feud of the Year, Crowd of the Year, Moment of the Year, Return of the Year, and Debut of the Year. As you see, we have Debut of the Year. We're going to start with that, since that's the small one of the small ones. And, dude, we've had some solid debuts, bro. We've had some solid debuts this year. And this is the nominees that I personally chose from this. Carmelo Hayes, The Wyatt Six, Jacob Fatu, Tiffany Stratton. And I'm gonna explain why I chose these. Tiffany Stratton, I mean, come on, why do I need to explain Tiffany Stratton? I mean, the second she got on the main roster, is like she belonged there, bro. She deserved to be on the main roster when she was in NXT last year. And this year she proved why she needed to be on the main roster this year, man. It was I mean, she did great. Money in the Bank holder. Even though we really want her to give up the Money in the Bank, I mean, come on. I mean, can you just please cash it in? I think she's going to cash it in either Raw, Netflix, or Saturday night's main event. Next up, we got Jacob Fatu. I mean, do I have to even explain? Do I have to even explain why Jacob Fatu is on this list? It's Jacob Fatu. This man is 3 people in one. He is the Bloodline. Jacob Fatu by himself is the entirety of the Bloodline, bro. Wyatt Six making their debut. We all know the story behind that faction. But the reason why I didn't pick them to win, is because they really haven't they have done some stuff, but it's just nothing that can stick. You know what I mean? Like nothing. They did the Alpha Academy stuff, but that's it. They're doing the Final Testament stuff, which is great. But I feel like, I don't know. They haven't done anything big enough. I feel like the winner of this, the person that I have to win this, did more stuff than the Wyatt Six combined. That elevated. Then we got Carmelo Hayes. I mean, Carmelo Hayes needed to be on the main roster last year. And since he came up to the main roster, his first match, he cooked with Cody Rhodes. I mean, his first match, he cooked with Cody Rhodes, bro. Who first match can come into the main roster and cook with your number one guy? Who? Exactly. But Carmelo Hayes did not win. The winner of this had to go to the man we all love, Mr. Hey. Wait, hold on. I love you, Solo. Hey, Solo. Solo, I love you, Solo. Come on. Jacob Fatu. I mean, him and the Wyatt Six debuted on the same week. Wyatt Six debuted Monday Night Raw. Jacob Fatu debuted SmackDown. But since Jacob Fatu returned, I mean, he just been their number one crash out on SmackDown. Them boys, that man packed up Cody and Kevin Owens on the same night. I mean, he packed them up on the same night. Why? Like, come on. This man literally isn't human. He was no-selling people's moves in the War Games match at Survivor Series. Like, he's not a human. So, out of all four of these people on this list, Jacob Fatu had to win. I mean, he just had to. He just had to, bro. Next up, we got the return of the year. We ain't really had that many returns this year, actually. But we did have a few. And our nominees are Seth freaking Rollins, when he returned from WrestleMania after, him nearly dying. We got Rhea Ripley returning from her injury. We got John Cena returning. I don't know how long. I don't forgot how long he was out. I think he was out till last year. He was out till last year. But he tries to make a comeback every year until after next year, man. After 2025. But John Cena, and then I gotta do it. The final boss. It's gonna be Bloodline Rules. Mama Rhodes. Mama Rhodes, look at your boy now. Mama Rhodes. Mr. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, The Rock. The head of the board. And you already know, I mean, come on. The Rock had to win, bro. The Rock had to win this, dude, because the Rock returning back in January changed the entirety of WrestleMania. They changed the entirety of WrestleMania. Because he come back talking about first of all, he cooked Jinder Mahal so hard, so badly, that this man left the company. He cooked Jinder Mahal so badly that he left the company a couple months after. But not only that, the segments where he cooked Cody, I mean, nearly killed him on Monday Night Raw. The fact that he said, should I sit at this table, that table, or the head of the table? You know what I mean? The head of the table. Everybody got excited. And then the fact that when Punk got injured, The Rock stepped up. And they said, you know what? Let's change some things up. But we all know they heard from the crowd, man. They listened to the crowd. The Rock talking about something. It was my idea. Shut up, man. Get on my nerves. But yeah, the Rock had to win Return of the Year, man. He had to win the Return of the Year. And also the main event of night one. Come on. He still got it. Next up, we have. Yep. There goes The Rock. Yeah, there goes The Rock, man. Next up, we got Moment of the Year. There's been a lot of huge moments that's happened this year. And if we talk about the first one, dude, back in January, they announced the Netflix deal. And that was a high contender. For this. Next up, we had the WrestleMania 40 ending sequence. I mean, it was just phenomenal. We have CM Punk's injury at the Royal Rumble, which was another high contender because they changed up the WrestleMania main events. They announced that it was supposed to be CM Punk versus Seth Rollins and Cody versus Roman. Oh no, Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania. But because CM Punk got injured, they had to switch things up. They had to do something with Seth, and then, and then history, man. And then history was made. And then The Rock's return. And then The Rock's return was a huge moment, but I have to give it to that incredible WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia ending sequence. That last 15 minutes of that WrestleMania 40, I mean, it was the greatest piece of television you ever laid your eyes on. It was the greatest piece of television. Yeah, but look at this picture right here, man. You had Sammy and Randy holding Cody Rhodes up, finally finishing the story. I mean, you had the Avengers assembling. You had Jay spearing Jimmy off the stage. And single-handedly, that one spear off the stage was completely better. Was 5 times better than the actual match at WrestleMania. What else did you have? You had The Rock coming in. Oh, no, John Cena coming in, getting his revenge on Solo Sikoa because of what happened at that last year's Crown Jewel, where Solo packed up John Cena. So John Cena got his revenge, packed Solo up. Then The Rock came out, and it just took one rock bottom to pack up John Cena. And then the dong. And then Undertaker's dong. and then Undertaker's dong. Literally grabbed The Rock, hit him with a choke slam, and then The Rock faded into the abyss. And then The Rock faded into the abyss, man. Went to the Shadow Realms with the Undertaker. So none of these on this list could top the WrestleMania 40 sequence, man. And then Cody finally hitting the 3 crossroads with no interferences. And then we see this picture right here to close out. Randy Orton, Sami Zayn holding up the WWE champion Cody Rhodes, man. What a great moment. What a great moment, man. Next up, crowd of the year. They've been to some great crowds. We've witnessed a lot of great crowds. And the ones I chose was Crown Jewel, Saudi Arabia. They was pretty fire. They upped their crowd. They upped their crowd a lot. London, Money in the Bank. I mean, I don't even remember their crowd, but WrestleMania 40. Not night 1, but night 2, they gotten a lot better than night 1. But it was because it was 10 degrees outside. And then Lyon, France. I mean, come on. Till this day, I catch myself saying, "Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal." Come on now. I don't even know what they be saying or how it goes, but we gotta give it to the country of France, man. We gotta give it to the country of France, man. Lyon, France still holds the greatest crowd of all time, man. They took that crowd, and people in the U.S. was trying to replicate it and just couldn't, man. So Lyon, France takes the crowd of the year, man, and will probably take the crowd of the year for a while. Next up, we have the feud of the year. A lot of great feuds, man. We had a lot of great feuds. Again, I was talking about crashing out. Boys was crashing out every week. And the ones that I chose was Cody versus Roman, Cody versus Rock, Big Bronson Reed, Seth Rollins, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, CM Punk, and Drew McIntyre. Now let's go down the list. Cody versus Roman. It really wasn't really about Cody versus Roman. It was about Cody versus Rock, really. I mean, we barely got any build for Cody and Roman yet again. It was all Cody and Rock. All the attention was towards Cody and Rock. Next one up, Cody and Rock. I mean, Cody getting absolutely obliterated, absolutely humiliated, absolutely cooked by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, man. On that Monday Night Raw, we all remember, bro. Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins, if this happened later in the year or earlier in the year, this would be a lot better. This would be having a lot better chance to win. Liv versus Rhea, I had to throw an extra one. I had to throw, it was good until it just it's like, okay, man, it's getting repetitive. And this feud is still going. And this is December. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. And y'all already know, man. Y'all already know which one out of all of these I chose. And it had to be these two, man. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. These two, like I said when we was talking about the moment of the year, this right here kind of created the moment of the year. Or like helped create the moment of the year of the WrestleMania ending sequence, because everyone knows it was supposed to be CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. It was supposed to be CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. But Drew McIntyre came in, said he prayed for Punk to get injured, and then injured this man in the Royal Rumble. It was a tragic situation. And that changed the next 4 months. That changed the next 4 months, man. They had to switch some things around. This man, The Rock, went into business for himself, and history was made. So, and then after WrestleMania, during WrestleMania, Punk cost Drew, and then Punk kept costing Drew over and over and over, making Drew look like a complete idiot. And then we all had that great match at SummerSlam. Then we had another great match, that strap match at Bash in Berlin. And then to end it all, we had that amazing match at Bad to the Blood. At Bad to the Blood, where boys was bleeding all over the place, man. Like, I mean, how couldn't I give this to Drew and CM Punk, man? This was probably the greatest feud in a long time. This gotta be like at least feud of the decade. It's gotta be feud of the decade. But CM Punk and Drew McIntyre wins feud of the year. Next up, PLE of the year. A lot of great PLEs. The PLEs I have on is Survivor Series 2024. But it just happened. It was great, but it did just happen. And I will say that, it was good. It was good, but like the women's war games did have no story. There was a lot of botches in the match, but the match did cook. Like we expected, but it was just no story. Bad Blood, but I will say Bad Blood was kind of carried by Punk and Drew. Everyone was talking about Punk and Drew. I think they did have that tag team match between, was it Roman and Cody? Yeah, Roman and Cody versus the Bloodline. SummerSlam was great. I mean, we had Dirty Dom helping out Liv Morgan. We had Roman Reigns returning. I forgot about that. Roman Reigns returning. I forgot to even put him at Return of the Year, but I think The Rock, it's got to be The Rock because of what happened. And then Backlash and Leon Friends. I think just Backlash had to be for the crowd. It just had to be the crowd. I don't think it has enough juice. But I mean, AJ and Cody was fire, but I don't think it has those juice all around to win it for the entire year. So I had to go with the basic answer, and I had to go with WrestleMania 40. WrestleMania 40. Night 1 was fire. You had a lot of great matches. Even the matches that you didn't care about, like tag team match between the Final Testament and I think the Street Profits or whatever, that cooked because of what type of match it was. I mean, that absolutely cooked. The only match on that card that didn't cook, Bayley and Io Sky, that cooked. But the only match on the card that didn't cook was, unfortunately, Jimmy and Jay, man. Jimmy and Jay, bro. If we was doing worst match of the year, that match would actually win. And then you had, obviously, the main event of night 1. The Rock and Roman Reigns taking on Cody and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins helping out Cody. Promised Cody he would help him out. But The Rock and Roman Reigns picking up the win because they had an improv bloodline rules. And then that amazing moment where the referee was counting, and The Rock said, "You count, you're fired." And bro was just trying to do his job. And then, of course, Sami Zayn beating Gunther. What a great moment. And then, of course, the ending of WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes winning in a Bloodline Rules match against Roman Reigns. I mean, he had Jimmy Uso get involved, Solo Sikoa get involved. You had The Rock get involved, and then on the Avenger side, he literally called every Avenger he can possibly get. He got John Cena, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso. I mean, come on. It was a true ending of an era, man. It was an ending of an era and the beginning of a new one. So I had to go with WrestleMania 40. Next up, we had to go with NXT Superstar of the Year. I do watch NXT, but I don't really be paying that much attention. But the people I do have on here, I know a little bit about. We got Obafemi. Obafemi, he can be called up right now and become world champion. I would not be mad about it. Because that's how good Obafemi is. He's only in NXT. Lola Vice, Jada Parker. And I was going between Roxanne Perez and Trick Williams. I think Trick Williams was the NXT champion. And I loved hearing that whoop that trick inside of the WrestleMania what's it called? I forgot what their WrestleMania is called I actually forgot what their WrestleMania is called. NXT Stand and Deliver. That's what it's called. NXT Stand and Deliver. That whoop, that trick was amazing. But I had to give it. Hold on. I had to give it to Roxanne Perez. I mean, every time she somehow, some way continues to retain her championship, she's beaten great superstars. Superstars from other companies like TNA, like Jordynne Grace. She beat high-profile women in NXT. I mean, she just somehow beats everybody, man. She just somehow beats everybody, and I don't see anybody who can beat her. I really don't see anybody who can beat her. So I have to give it to Roxanne Perez. Number 2 would probably be Obafemi, and number 3 would probably be Trick Williams. So yeah, man. Next up, we had the most improved superstar, man. Most improved superstar of the year. We have, of course, Drew McIntyre. I don't even have to say nothing about it. Liv Morgan actually becoming a great champion. Well, kind of. And people actually care about Liv Morgan now because of how she wrestles or whatever. Jey Uso, come on. Jey Uso winning the IC championship this year. Damian Priest winning the World Heavyweight Championship this year. Becoming what was the Senior Money in the Bank. Cashed in at WrestleMania Heist of the Century Part 2. Big Bronson Reed. The only reason I didn't have Big Bronson Reed win is because it happened way too late. It happened too late in the year for me to actually be like, okay, Big Bronson Reed. But if what he was doing happened towards the beginning, like around March, April, or right after WrestleMania, then I would probably have Bronson Reed. But come on, who improved better? You might say Drew McIntyre, but who improved better than the man I hate the most, Solo Sikoa? Come on. Who improved better than the man I hate the most? And that's my boy, Solo Sikoa. Ever since he took out, Roman Reigns took a break from WrestleMania, and he took out Paul Heyman and Jimmy Uso, and then hired these thugs to come be by his side, bro. Especially that boy Jacob Fatu. He's the biggest thug out there. But he's got to be at number 1 for most improved, man. Because I actually care about Solo Sikoa now. Back then, I did not care about Solo Sikoa at all. Next up, we got Match of the Year. A lot of great matches this year, dude. A lot of great matches. We have Bloodline versus Bloodline, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, CM Punk, who else? Sami Zayn, all of them, bro. Bloodline versus Bloodline. In a Bloodline Civil War games at Survivor Series just happened. CM Punk versus Io Sky versus Bayley at WrestleMania 40. Y'all, people forget about that match, but that match actually cooked, bro. That match actually cooked. Gunther, another match y'all probably forgot. Gunther versus Randy at King of the Ring, dude. Y'all remember how great that match was? Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. That was a great match at Backlash. Great crowd too. And in the match matched the crowd. And then, of course, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, WrestleMania Night 2. But if it wasn't for this match, I would have Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns win. If it wasn't for CM Punk versus... Come on, where's it at? CM Punk... there we go. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Come on. At Bad Blood. Inside of Hell of a Cell, man. I mean, this was brutal. This was everything it needed to be. It needed to be a great Hell in a Cell match. It needed to be brutal. I needed to see blood. Only thing was missing was one of them getting launched off the cell. Just like my boy Mick Foley. I mean, that was the only thing missing from this match. They had a toolbox. Punk had a toolbox. Threw it over his head, pinked this man, Drew McIntyre in the head, and busted him all open. Had to get stapled. Had to get his whole head stapled, man. I mean, this match was just phenomenal. I mean, we know Drew McIntyre looked for a Claymore, missed, and his lower back smacked the steel steps. I mean, dude, this match was brutal. It was bloody. It was everything it needed to be. This match right here had to be match of the year, dude. Match of the year. This is perfect. We need every other match like this needs to be exactly how this was, man. Exactly how this was, or don't have it at all. If it doesn't have blood, don't have it at all, bro. Do not have it at all. And then Women's Superstar of the Year. A lot of great women superstars, man. You could say Rhea Ripley. You could say Liv Morgan. You could say Tiffany Stratton even. Nia Jax. I forgot even about Nia Jax even. But I chose to go with Liv Morgan. Oh, wait. I chose to go with Liv Morgan. I mean, dude, she's improved in the ring this year, I feel like. She's improved on the mic. And her character has gotten a lot better. She still has, she's still iffy here and there sometimes. But, dude, she's just phenomenal, bro. She's been just phenomenal this year in 2024. And hopefully it carries on into 2025 when we talk about her again next year, if we do this. Became World Women's Champion. And holding her own against Rhea Ripley, at least in the matches, because during promos and, attacks, all she does is run away. All she does is run away. Also, a return, I just thought about it. A return that we could choose would be Raquel Rodriguez. But she hasn't really done anything in the Judgment Day, so I don't know, man. Male Superstar of the Year. Before we do Male Superstar, I just thought of a category. Faction of the Year. And Faction of the Year is got to be between Judgment Day and the Bloodline. And I feel like the Bloodline 2.0. Judgment Day or the Blood... You know what? I'm going to leave that up to you. Who do y'all think should win Faction of the Year? Should it be Judgment Day or Bloodline 2.0? I don't know. But anyways, Male Superstar of the Year. The Male Superstar of the Year. This is the biggest person... The person who's, everybody's been talking about all year long. And I gave it to the one and only. Give me Drew McIntyre again. Give me Drew McIntyre again. Like I said, I've been every category that Drew McIntyre has been in. I've said the same thing. The way he changed his character this year, dude. The way he changed his character just skyrocketed him into the moon. Promos has gotten a lot better. Matches, of course, cooked. His 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 thing about not forgetting, but like not trusting Jay, actually being aware of social media. I mean, the way he was aware of social media and using his platform to extend his rivalry with CM Punk, or even with other people like Jey Uso and stuff like that. Not forgetting about what Jey Uso did to Drew, even though we all know, come on. Even though we all know, come on now. Come on. But I mean, Superstar of the Year had to go to Drew. Superstar of the Year could have gone to Cody, could have gone to Jay, could have gone to Damian, but I think it should have been Drew. I don't think it should have been Cody. It should have been Drew. But who do y'all think should have won each category, man? If y'all agree with me, if you don't agree with me, who do y'all think should have won each category? You know, who should have won Moment of the Year? Who should have won Crowd of the Year? Who was a bigger effect for debuts? Who was the best PLE? You know, what was the best? Who do you think was the most improved Superstar of the Year to you? Who was your favorite feud? Who was your favorite feud of the year? But yeah, man, this right here was the last video of the year, and it's been a great one. And this year for WWE has been phenomenal. And next year, especially with them going over to Netflix, it's gonna be even more phenomenal. I mean, come on. But anyways, if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, and tell me what I should react to next year. And I'll see y'all next year, man. 2025. When we gonna be doing Netflix, man. We're gonna be on Netflix and then we gonna get Raw on our Monday night. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.